What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video I'm going to dive into the 3 best coins to take possibly this week, over the next week to maybe a couple of weeks. But before I do that, I need to get into why I think these trades are going to be good. But before I get into any of those, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _ the Art of Crypto, you're going to want to do so. I'm doing a 777 USDT giveaway, so make sure you head over to my Twitter and just participate. You know, it's pretty easy. And you know, more importantly, this is where I'm sharing the latest market updates as well as any trades that I might be looking at. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, because some things I cannot share on YouTube due to the time constraints. So just to get into why I'm making this video as of this moment is because of Ethereum, right? Ethereum previously, if you just take a look at Ethereum Bitcoin, let's go to ETH BTC, you can see that this was a pretty key resistance level, right? 0.077-ish, right? It was a key resistance. However, ETH has just broken through it, and right now it is reaching for the next key level, which is at about 0.081, somewhere about the region of here, right? That's going to be your next resistance. So initially I thought that ETH was going to get rejected here, right, and we might be going for a pullback, but at the moment it has busted through this resistance, and if it comes back down to flip this as support, then ETH is going to be absolutely bullish. And whenever ETH is super bullish, alts tend to follow. Right now I'm going to pull out a piece of information from my private Discord group, and by the way, if you do want a world-class trading education, you can head over to the private group, but I'm not going to show that right now. So if you just take a look at the money flow in crypto, it works like this, right? First Bitcoin takes the lead, but in this case Ethereum is taking the lead. Bitcoin's actually not doing anything. Let's take this as Ethereum, right? So once Ethereum pumps, then people are gonna, cycle their money into large caps, right? So large caps tend to follow Ethereum. So if you just take a look at right now, Ethereum's pumping, right? So if we just take a look at stuff like Chainlink, and by the way, if you watched that video yesterday, you would have known to buy the breakout of this consolidation. So congratulations, you would be in some very juicy profits. But just to give you another example, right? Polkadot, it's exhibiting a similar pattern. LTC, probably a similar pattern as well. Yep, exactly. So whenever you see Ethereum pump, it is always a very good idea to build your mid cap and low cap positions, right? Because money will flow from Ethereum, right? Once people are bored with Ethereum, once people take their profits on Ethereum, they're going to cycle that money into mid caps, right? Mid caps are stuff that is generally in your top 20 to your top 200-ish, right? And low caps is going to be anything below, top 300. So with that in mind, these trades are going to be in preparation for the eventual cycle, right? Once people cycle money from ETH back into the mid caps, this is what this video is going to be about. So now that you understand what we are looking for, it is time to take a look at the first trade. The first trade is going to be RUNE USDT. So if we just go onto the daily chart, so you can see that once RUNE breaks above this level of consolidation, or rather resistance, which is right about here at $11.8, then RUNE is going to absolutely take off, right? There's no resistance, like nothing really to stop it from until, getting to that point. And not only that, if you watch any of my videos, I tend to always say that markets move in phases of expansions and consolidations, right? This would be your expansion, consolidation, and then you'll get another expansion. So with that in mind, you're going to want to pay attention to this pattern right here, and you are going to want to mark down this level right here at 10.74. And full disclosure, I am already in this trade as part of my 10k to 100k challenge that I'm doing inside the private Discord group, where I am literally walking the entire group through the process of growing 10k into 100k within, pretty much 1.5 months. As for whether or not I can finish it during that deadline is going to be another story. However, again, mark down this level at 10.7, and you're going to want to buy the breakout of that, right? A breakout is going to be, buying along the breakout, or you're going to buy the bullish retest of that level, or rather this trendline resistance. Again, this is happening on the daily chart right now. And just to mark out some possible areas of resistance, you're going to want to mark down all of these levels right here, and make sure you mark these down yourselves later, because I'm already giving you the exact levels. If you don't, can't even be bothered to mark down these levels for yourselves, there is nothing more that I can do for you. So RUNE, buy the breakout or buy the bullish retest. The reason why you do that is because you can literally just set your stop loss right below a recent swing low, and that usually breakouts are supposed to break out. It's not supposed to come back down, right? So if you just set your stop loss, you know, at a reasonable area, then if the price does fake you out and fall back in, then, you know, you get out without any single issue. Some of the best traders in the world are wrong about half the time, and yet they're still wildly profitable. And that's because mistakes are fine, but it is not okay for any single mistake to wipe out your account. So these are going to be the TP levels, right? By the breakout of 10.75, the TPs 11.8, 13.2, 14.4, 15.8, 17.5, 19.5, and eventually 21.3. Now, the way you're going to want to utilize these profit-taking levels, similar to all the other, you know, the other two calls that I'm going to make, is to buy, you know, take 25% here, take 25% here, leave the rest as moon back. That's just an example, right? You don't ever want to take all your profit at one level. You don't ever want to go, you know, just make sure you take your profit, right? It's not your profit until you realize it. So that is, you know, what every smart trader does. And hopefully you will be a smart trader as well. So the next coin that we are going to be looking at is going to be Super. So Super is looking absolutely juicy right now, because if you just take a look at this level right here, like just in between these two levels right here, look at the absolute lack of price action right here. This is what you call an inefficiency, and in layman's terms, this would be something of people would call this a CME futures gap. So that right now is, you know, if the price were to break above this level right here at 1.05, it's absolutely going to take off and go to about 1.4. And just to bring this down a little bit, about 1.45. So honestly, this is an absolutely amazing trade, right? It will pump like about 60%, right, at the highest. So you're going to want to mark down this level right here at, let me mark this down, about 0.916, right? You're going to want to buy similarly. You want to buy the breakout of this level, right? Either buy the breakout or buy the bullish retest. And then these are going to be your take profit levels: 0.95, 1.05, 1.04, whatever, and ultimately 1.46, right? And maybe you're going to want to take some at the midpoint of this level as well at about 1.2, right? Let's just count it as 1.2. So this is going to be trade number 2, and do expect this to require about a couple of weeks to play out, right? It's not going to pump like 65% in one day, right? Maybe it will, but I'm not guaranteeing that. But this is definitely a short-term trade to potentially a swing trade. But if it does play according to plan, this will be absolutely amazing. And the last trade that you're going to want to be looking at is LITTEN TREE, right? I've talked about it in my previous video about the 10 best coins to, you know, trade in the month of August to September. If you haven't already watched that video, I highly recommend you do. A lot of those coins are still very valid. So LITTEN TREE, take a look at this pattern right here. Absolutely beautiful pattern. So you're going to want to buy the breakout of 5.24, right? At the moment, it's already about to break out. Or actually, even better yet, you're going to want to mark down this level at 5.4, right? You're going to want to buy the breakout of 5.4, and then your TPs is actually going to be at 6.9, right? There's a very good chance that, you know, actually, let's go according to plan, right? I'm telling you guys to make sure you lock in profits at every level. So let's not go back on my own advice, right? So TP1 is going to be at $6, 6.9, 7.65, 9.7, 12.2, right? These are going to be your TP levels. And I'm telling you, if LITTEN TREE breaks out, it's going to pump, right? It is going to pump. Similarly to Super, take a look at the absolute lack of volume, right? There's no resistance stopping LITTEN TREE from just breaking through this level and going to this level right here. So make sure you keep attention to all these 3 trades. And if you feel like, hey, this video has been valuable, a like button really goes a long way to telling me that, hey, this is content that you guys appreciate. And honestly, right now, these kinds of videos, I'm only doing like once a week at most. And a lot of the calls that I make tend to be pretty profitable. And if you just want to, you know, get more access to these kinds of calls where I'm making them every day, or maybe you want to follow along with the 10k to 100k challenge, or perhaps you just want to learn how to do this for yourselves. Maybe you feel like, hey, this guy seems to know what he's talking about. And yeah, actually I do. And if you just want to learn what works and discard pretty much 90% of the things that don't work, you're going to want to check out the private Discord group. Over here, you're going to get access to highly profitable trading setups every single day. And we have people making money literally every single day. Like, look at this guy. So at the end of the day, what am I trying to say? You're probably going to pay off this subscription fee pretty quickly. So if you want to get in, make sure you join the private group. And as a bonus for you guys who sticks until the end, because I know there are going to be some people who just watch, you know, till the end of the 3 trades and they're going to disappear, right? So just to reward you guys for being so loyal, you are going to want to check out this coin called RNDR. This is on KuCoin. Now again, I just want to put it out there that this is a KuCoin coin, so it is a low cap, right? It is a small cap. We are taking advantage of, remember that thing I said about large caps. So we are taking advantage of that thing where, you know, if you remember, I said that Ethereum flows into mid caps, flows into low caps, right? This would be the low cap play. I did not actually call a low cap in the previous 3 trades. So if you stick until this point, congratulations. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to enter, you know, pretty much you want to draw this trend line right here. Right, this is going to be a falling wedge, and full disclosure, I'm already in this trade, so this is where I got in at, and you can see, like, perfect, right? I set an alert on this line and look at where the price came to. This is something you call a sniper trade, and if you want to get more access to these sniper trades, it is going to be in the private Discord group. Over there, I'm calling snipes fairly often. So the TPs for this trade is you're going to want to mark down this level at 1.305, right? You're going to want to buy the breakout of that to 1.4 and 1.58. This is going to be a very quick 20%. If you know anything about KuCoin coins, you know that they pump really quickly. So also, because they're a small cap, there is risk involved that they're just going to go to 0 all of a sudden. So in this case, I'm actually going to set my stop loss just beneath, you know, this level right here at 1.15-ish, right? 1.15. So that is going to be your trade. And be aware, right? KuCoin, low cap coins are higher risk than usual. So go in with a smaller position than usual. Again, this is not financial advice for any legal authorities that might be watching this. I'm simply giving my opinion of what might move the best. At the end of the day, I do recommend you guys just paper trade this, because it's better to learn how to do this for yourselves first before you play with live funds. And with that said, remember, if you want to learn how to do this yourselves, private Discord group. I'm gonna see you in the private Discord group, and may the gains be with you, my friend. Peace.